Matt Fontana, and as always, take it easy. There weren't many guarantees I could have given you this season for the Cleveland Browns. We're all the way back in training camp and getting ready to go for the season. One of the guarantees that we had back then and we have now, you were going to see Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders at some point. Were both of those situations maybe a little sooner than you expected? Sure, but here we are. You knew that they were going to play these quarterbacks to see what you had to get ready to go for next year, and here is Shedeur Sanders' opportunity. Is it the perfect situation? No. When do you ever find those in sports? Rare. And there's a discourse going on right now with Shedeur Sanders that it actually really bothers me. It really upsets me about how the fans are approaching this whole thing when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. We'll get into that coming up. He's starting on Sunday. To Vegas we go to take on a really, really bad Raiders team. Did you see that stat about rookie quarterbacks, their first start with the Cleveland Browns?
I'm going to assume it's 0 and something.
It is 0 and I think it's 0 and 17. Any player that's ever had their first career start. Because remember, Baker came into that game after Tyrod got hurt and won. But no quarterback making their first career start for the Browns since 1999 has won their first game. Do I think there's a chance that trend gets bucked on Sunday? I actually do. And we'll tell you why. Coming up right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. So happy to have you along this week. Presented by our great friends at FanDuel NBA Jackets. We will not go 0 for Ryan. There's going to be a parlay that we're going to hit. If we got to go into the playoffs, so be it. But is this the week for our parlay?
I think it is.
I think it is too. I like our parlay. We'll get to that coming up. We'll tell you how to get signed up with our great friends at FanDuel. You know, I like sending out, like I did a little Cavs parlay from time to time, Jackets. I like sending out, and people always say, I'll tail that. I'll do that. So we'll get on that with our friends at FanDuel. As always, presented by our great friends at Pure AV, Physicians Ambulance, and Garage Beer. So it's official now. Shedeur Sanders will get the start on Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders. And I'm happy. I am happy that we're going to get a look at him. Now, is everything perfect? No. Cam Robinson and Jack Conklin are injured. Yes, we know the receiving core and all that. And that's where the excuse making of the reps, which I think has just been completely disproven at this point. No backup gets first team reps in an NFL season. Like, that's not how this goes. We need to set that all aside. Shedeur's your guy now. He is your guy. Go all in. I said the same thing with Dillon Gabriel. There's only one way that you can approach this with a starting quarterback and with these rookies. When it's their time, you go all in. And frankly, I'm ready just to say Shedeur is your starter now. I don't like guys losing jobs due to injuries, but Dillon, I don't know if he's going to pass concussion protocol next week and all that. And the conversation, well, you know, is Shedeur going to start next week? I'd come out and say, yeah, he is our starter. Kevin Stefanski's not going to do that. We'll see how Sunday goes. But you gave Dillon Gabriel a nice chunk of time. Now, give Shedeur Sanders a nice chunk of time. Work on some things with him. Trick up the playbook for some plays that he feels comfortable with. Go all in with him. And in fact, if it ever goes bad, go back to Dillon Gabriel. I'm going to do anything I can just not to have Deshaun Watson play for this football team again. But I actually think that's a realistic thing. Let Dillon sit down now for a little while, kind of recalibrate where he's at, work on some things. But you're all in with Shedeur Sanders right now. Now, Ryan, the problem is, and you are the bigger Shedeur Sanders supporter on this show, without a doubt. Sunday wasn't good. And Sunday was a lot of the mistakes that you saw him make at Colorado. He's backing up. He's giving up ground. Like, you can't do that on an NFL field. And I understand that it's only 3 days of practice and then you're into a game. The number one goal this week has got to be speeding up Shedeur Sanders. Dude, get the ball out. Just get the ball out. Number one, you cannot and will not outrun sacks in the NFL. Stop giving up ground. Stop trying to make the heroic play. Sometimes throwing the ball out of bounds, non-intentional grounding, you try. Sometimes getting the ball out of bounds is a good play. Can you in a week really do that and speed him up that fast? I don't know, Ryan, but that's got to be the number one thing. I know he's got arm talent. That touchdown that he missed. And I'll be, oh, man, the ball was 15 yards out of bounds. Okay, fine. That was one of the best throws I've seen all season. That ball had more life on it than I've seen in 6 weeks. I know he's got arm talent. I know he's accurate. I know he can see the field. Just speed it up a little bit. Get the ball out. That's got to be the number one thing. And we'll see how it plays out. But I tell you, I am extremely excited for this. I want to see Shedeur Sanders play. And for everybody that wants to make excuses, because there's 1,000 of them out there trying to already make excuses for the guy, just stop. Stop doing it. It's the NFL. There is no perfect situation. There is no cushy, wow, we'll just ease this guy in. Oh, look, we have 5 all-pros on the offensive line. When does that happen? It's the NFL. It is the pinnacle of football. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really, really, really hard. And the guys, and this makes it out that I'm trying to rip on Shedeur, and I'm not. The guys that Shedeur Sanders was carving up in college, they're not even practice squad players in the NFL. You are getting the best of the best, the cream of the crop that you are finding out there. You're either going to sink or swim. I want him to swim. You're either going to sink or swim, but this is his opportunity. And Ryan, I really am. I'm jacked. Like, I am so excited to see Shedeur play on Sunday.
How could you not be? It's what I believe if I'm not mistaken, I want to say 42nd.
Yeah, something.
Quarterbacks since '99. Add another one to the long jersey.
Have we burned that thing yet? By the way,
no.
Can we burn it and throw it in the lake, please?
No, you can't burn it.
Come on.
We'll
bury it under the new stadium. How about that?
Okay, that might be a good omen.
That's not
ancient burial ground.
Yeah, right.
How could you not be excited? I know the Shemafia everywhere across the country.
Is that a thing?
We've been deciding on the big factor whether it's the.
I like that the Shemafia,
the Shemafia or the Shaherd, one of them.
I like the Shaherd better. I like the Shaherd better.
I'm not sure.
Get that on a T-shirt now with big play. Probably shout out to my boy Dan, Macho fan. Let's go. Shirt. You like that?
I do like
the Macho fan. You know this usually is my good luck shirt. Okay. I don't pull it out that often, but usually the Browns play pretty well when I wear Dan's shirt, the Macho fan. So. I did this because I wanted Shedeur to get a win in his first game. So
I hope so. Everybody does. Everybody in Cleveland certainly does. I think they're going to be rooting for him. It's exciting nonetheless. I think you saw in a quarter, really a drive, the one throw to Harold Fannin across the middle was something that you haven't seen in 6 weeks. It was somebody just unleashing the Kraken. It was nice to see. He was a little bit more mobile, picked up some smart first downs with his legs, the inaccuracy, whatever. Zachary Orr was just blitzing. If he said it 5 or more, it was a turnover or a sack or a batted ball every single time. That's the biggest thing for Shedeur, is adjusting to the speed of the game in the NFL, I think. And that's probably what Kevin Stefanski saw when he said he didn't think Shedeur Sanders was ready. He wasn't lying. There were reasons that Shedeur didn't start.
Now we know, right? Yeah, we get it.
That's tough for, I know, the Shaherd or Shemafia to understand. But there is that learning curve to the NFL. I'm excited at the very least. It's something different. And you do feel good about the odds of the Browns winning, to be honest with you. It's a horrible team. Browns haven't won in forever out west, which is kind of the one thing that's holding me back from picking Browns money line. But I'm excited. And the one thing I want to ask you, Matt, and I'm sure this is going to be the big topic of conversation, is if Shedeur, the Browns win, but he puts up a very mild pedestrian line, and it's really the defense that carries them to a win, the Shemafia is going to lose their mind when Kevin Stefanski says, no, Dylan's back, cleared concussion protocol, and despite the win, he's starting.
I mean, there's a few things that play with that. Number one, in the NFL, it's a dangerous game to play when guys lose their job due to injury, because there's a locker room that they don't want that to happen to them. But then the other side of it is these are not some vested veteran type of guys. Did Dylan Gabriel really capture everybody in that locker room and feel like, man, this guy's somebody really behind us? No, we all had our questions about it. So if you want to go back to Dylan will play again, and let's also call it for what it is, there's a battle going on for the future of maybe the backup, right? And all that. And that shouldn't be at the forefront of things. But one of these two guys will probably be here for the next couple of years. You're also trying to decide that. And instead of it being a knock on Dylan Gabriel, we could say this, as I said, this is just now Shedeur's time. We gave Dylan a nice chunk. We saw some things. We're going to go with Shedeur now. And it doesn't mean that we won't go back to Dylan Gabriel, because here's the thing. What are they going to do? If Dylan passes concussion protocol next week, he's going to go right back to being the backup. It'd be different if they elevated Bailey Zappi and they said, no, we're going to bury Dylan Gabriel. Or if they activate Deshaun Watson and they go, no, we're done with Gabriel. The Browns, make this known. The Browns are not done with Dylan Gabriel. They're not done with Dylan Gabriel. It is just now Shedeur Sanders' time. And if you want me to cut straight to the bone on this, maybe Dylan Gabriel should have shown you a little bit more in the 6 games that he played, and maybe he wouldn't be in jeopardy of losing his job. Welcome to the NFL. The kid glove patty cake stuff that's going on between these quarterbacks is insane to me. It's absolutely insane to me. We've been through this, like you said, Ryan, 46 other times with all different walks of life quarterbacks, veterans, high draft picks, mid-round guys. And it
tall guys, short guys.
Tall guys, short guys, all of it.
Right-handers, left-handers.
Yeah. And here we are, and now all of a sudden Browns fans are treating this with kid gloves, going, oh, well, we got to. No, it's the NFL. And that gets me to Shedeur. There are people out there, and it's not just the media, but the fan base too, that they'd rather watch the Browns lose just so they could be right. They'd rather watch the Browns go down in flames so they could sit there and be like, well, told you. I told you. You know what? Congratulations. Good for you. My team sucks. Does that make you feel good? Absolutely not. Actually, no. They do feel good because then they're right. And they get to send their tweets out and they get to get it out there on the Reddit boards and all that stuff, right? I want Shedeur Sanders to be good. I want him to be the guy. So bad. But there's already people that just want the narrative push that he's not good. Here's the thing. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is going to be the answer. I'd love to be wrong. Please prove me wrong. And I felt the same way about Dylan Gabriel. I'm going to feel the same way about Shedeur Sanders. I'd love it to be wrong because then I've got a franchise quarterback. Why is that so hard, Ryan? Why is that? I'm not saying for you. You're not that way. Yeah. Why is that so hard for people when it comes to Shedeur Sanders that they're already – I get it. You're biased because, again, not a high draft pick. There's concerns and all that kind of stuff. And it's awkward because he is Shedeur Sanders. If he was fifth-round quarterback Ryan Tyler, sorry, everybody would just be like, well, we're not really expecting much out there. But it's Shedeur Sanders because there's added juice to it. And I get it, and it's something that we all have to deal with. But the fact that people are so quick to dismiss him at a position that we've been searching for 25 years, it boggles my mind. There are some people that are just comfortable and prefer the Browns to be bad because it's all we know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's all we know. We're apathetic to it because it's the only thing that we know. So it's actually easier for the Browns to just be a dumpster fire because it makes us feel comfortable. That's it. And that's, I think, a lot of this furthering of the Shedeur stuff. How about this? Let him go play. Well, Matt, he doesn't have the offensive line. Again, sorry about it. Here we are. This is the NFL. This is what you got to do. Well, I don't have receivers. Sorry. This is where we're at. And you'll still get a good look at him as you got to look at Dylan Gabriel, and we'll see where it plays out. Like, that's just, the narrative pushing on Shedeur is crazy. But again, I think that's just his popularity. And everybody wants to be right about saying, oh, he's not the guy, or vice versa. He's going to be excellent and be amazing. Well, what did you see on Sunday that really proved that? Those are the two things. There is no middle ground. I guess welcome to our society, right? You got the people out there. Shedeur Sanders, the worst person to ever pick up a football, right? Oh, my God, did you watch Sunday? It was terrible. And there's other people out there with the excuse making, and it wasn't his fault and all that. Neither one of those things are true. Neither one of those things are true. I think he can play. Yes, there's some issues going on, but I'm going to ask him to overcome that. We'll see how Sunday goes. Live in that world. Live in that world. Turn your TV on at, again, at 4 o'clock. Oh, I hate it. I don't like 4 o'clock. 4:25 or whatever it is. We'll turn it on 4 o'clock on Sunday. Go out there and get a win. That's all I ask. And it is a possibility because we got the report card coming up. We'll take a look at those Raiders. Woo!
Hey, we're not much better, man.
Hey, man. At least we didn't pay Geno Smith. All right.
Yeah, we only paid.
All right. We paid somebody else much worse. I'd rather have Geno Smith. I'd rather give $230 million to Geno Smith, but here we are. All right, well, take a look at those Raiders. We got the report card coming up. It all comes your way right here on the Fontana Show. Have you, not to pry into your personal life, right? but with a significant other, have you ever done a joint gift? You ever done a gift where you're like, we're going to get this for us?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever done that? Like, my wife and I
have not.
Okay, so my wife and I, and we've been together for a long time, 2 kids, and, she's a great gift giver. But we've started this a little bit where we have a big purchase that we need to make for our home coming up. And I said, why don't we just gift that to one another? It's going to benefit her. It's going to benefit me. I thought about Pure AV with that. Because what about the holiday season coming up? And you and your significant other say, you know what? Instead of, a nice sweater or, something, why don't we improve our home? Why don't we get the home automation or the home security or the AV or whatever, trick up that theater room, whatever you're looking for. Why don't we gift that to one another for the holiday season? Now, I don't know if Pure AV is going to be able to get there and get it done before the holidays, but just even to sit down and say, this is our gift to one another for a project in the spring or a project you can start now. Reach out to him now. I trust me, Don's a wizard. I don't know. He can do a lot of great things, so maybe he can get it done before the holiday season. But as you sit down and you think about, man, we've always wanted to do this to our home. We've always wanted to upgrade this part, and especially, housing can be crazy now. Maybe you've recently come to the decision we are going to stay in this house. This is our forever home. We're thinking about moving, but again, so many personal things about my wife and I. We're sitting there and we're like, man, we thought we'd be out of our house by now, but we're not. So now I'm starting to think about upgrades of us being there for 10 years. Pure AV, one of the first calls. I'm thinking about it. How can we, we're going to live here. This is our home. This is where we're going to be. Trick it up. Get it the way you want. And it doesn't have to always be sports related. You really enjoy watching movies. You want a golf simulator at your house. You and your wife golf? You and your husband golf? What a gift that could be for one another. Pure AV. Check them out. Scan that QR code. pureavcorp.com as well. Google them, search them, check them out. Their showroom. They'll come out to your home and take a look as well. What a gift that could be for your entire family with our friends at Pure AV. All right, take a look at that report card. Woo-hoo, some low numbers for the Las Vegas Raiders. Fortunately, some of those numbers, the Browns are actually behind them in, but we'll get to that coming up. Stay with us. Fontana Show, presented by FanDuel. Pure AV Physicians Ambulance Garage Beer. The report card is next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows, energy-efficient products at an affordable price. Visit smartchoicewindows.com today.
All right, welcome back. Fontana Show on Big Play. Catch us Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, leaning into Thursday night football. Check us on the social side of things, at Big Play on Twitter, I say Twitter, it's X, whatever, at Matt Fontana Show. Drop us a follow there. But our YouTube numbers are really starting to pop there. So you can check us out on YouTube, Big Play, and you'll see all of our shows. We got a show out of Pittsburgh now. We got a brand new one from Detroit. James Rapine and crew for Cincinnati. Bobby Carpenter, they're in Columbus. We got it all. And I've gone too far. I meant to mention this at the start of the show, and I apologize that I didn't. Shout out to Bernie Kosar. I think that is such a powerful story that we've all been following with Bernie, the young man that donated his liver. The video of that. I mean, that young man was 21 years old. 21 years old. But to see Bernie and to see him up and about it, and there's been so many people who have talked about Bernie, and I've had the great luxury of working with Bernie in several different capacities. And I think Ken Carman put it the best. Everybody loves Bernie because he's everybody's friend. If you met Bernie for 2 seconds, you're Bernie's friend. Like, he is a good person, and I'm so happy to see that everything is going well. He's been updating everybody on the story, so we want to send our best to Bernie, as we've been doing here. And, again, long road ahead, but really powerful stuff there. So shout out to Bernie and hoping the best for him. All right, we take a look at the report cards. We get ready to go for Sunday, presented by our great friends at Physicians Ambulance. Folks, you're looking for work. You're an EMT. You're a paramedic. Physicians Ambulance is the place to go. They deliver every single day. You can't just wake up one day and say, we're going to be excellent at everything we do. You have to build that up. And that is Physicians Ambulance. And I've seen them personally be doing this for almost a decade. Now, they've been doing it a lot longer. Jason Hess, president, family run. His grandparents started this company in the 70s. He's still doing it. He's there doing it. And they, again, Jason, under his leadership, has just taken this company to new levels. And I've seen it because when I first started working with them, Ryan, you know how many places they had? One. They were headquartered in Brecksville. Now, North Ridgeville, Menor, Kent, Warren, Ashland, Worcester, and Columbus. 8 new locations for Physicians Ambulance. They have national recognition for some of their protocols that they have put in place, and their employees are what drive the company. Physicians Ambulance never lose that. They have great programs to further your career. They have great rewards programs. You know, you pick up an extra shift sometimes at other jobs. They're like, yeah, appreciate it. Not a Physicians Ambulance. They don't lose that kind of sight on people. They're the best. Best equipment. It's always calibrated. They have some of the newest vehicle fleet out there that you can find. PhysiciansAmbulance.com. They invest in continuous education, their advanced care capabilities, and most importantly, it's all about you, the employees. So check them out if you're an EMT or paramedic. Look for some work, part-time or full-time. PhysiciansAmbulance.com. Apply today and help them continue to set the standard. PhysiciansAmbulance.com. To the report card that we go, and we start with the quarterbacks. I mean,
look at those Hall of Fame numbers.
yeah, you and I were talking about this before the show. Why did they pay Geno Smith? And it wasn't, they traded for him, but then they gave him an extension. Like, he's there through 2027.
Nothing they did makes sense. Like,
Out of Pete Carroll, I don't.
you hired a senior. Listen, Pete Carroll, Super Bowl winning coach, but you hired a senior citizen and head coach. You signed a journeyman
Mark
and gave him
Davis.
an extension,
Yeah,
and then
that
you
was-
drafted a running back with your first pick in the top like 7.
They didn't want to give him the ball.
You need a rebuild.
Yeah.
Nothing about that signals a rebuild. So I don't know what.
And that's the thing.
Some
They-
franchises, and rightfully so, I guess, are just so scared of being irrelevant that they just become even more irrelevant.
Well, the other thing is there are pieces. Max Crosby is very good. I think Trey Tucker is very good. Brock Bowers, good when healthy. And, yeah, you can't really get a vibe on Ashton Genty at this point because they don't give him the ball.
Again, all the things that you just said, you could say about the Cleveland Browns to a
Yeah.
point. Nothing matters unless you don't have a quarterback.
And again, Shedeur with the 25% completion percentage. I mean, not great. We know. Again, I'm going to give him what he deserves. A runway. Improve. That's all I'm asking. Get a little bit better this week against the Raiders. Speed up the clock and we'll go. But, of course, the edge will go to Geno Smith and crew on the quarterback side of it.
13 picks. 13
Yeah.
picks.
Not good. Not good, back.
All right, before I unveil, Matt,
Okay.
I got to be honest with you. Some of these I had a very hard
struggling?
time. I
Okay.
struggled because we're talking.
Can I guess?
We're talking like bottom 31, 32 with both of these teams in some
Yeah.
categories. So for a couple of them, man, I'm not going to lie, because I want to talk about it on air.
Yeah.
I put a wash because I really didn't know who to give the advantage to. You want to guess?
Well, no, just pull it up. I have them in my head. I want to see it. Okay, head coach
Because-
I thought about.
People are going to yell at me if
No,
I
you know what? I don't disagree with where you're at. Head coach is more of, well, you know, Pete Carroll has won a Super
That's
Bowl.
my point,
Okay.
yeah.
And then Kevin Stefanski. I saw a tweet. Is Stephen A. Smith trying to hold 2 Coach of the Years against Kevin Stefanski?
who knows?
Ben Axelrod sent that out. And, you know, Ben watches everything, awful announcing. We gotta get Ben on it. But he was talking about where he goes, Stephen A. Smith's actually trying to do mental hurdles to try to hold Coach of the Years against Kevin Stefanski. And I didn't see the clip, so I don't know. My only gut would be like, you know, there's been some bad coaches that have won, like Matt Nagy, and they win because their team is so bad, and then they turn around fast. I don't know. I'll give you the wash on that, and I think the bias might actually, if I had to pick one, I might pick Stefanski. Because to your exact point, like, how long is Pete Carroll going to be in that job? Like, what worked in Seattle, I don't think is so quickly going to work there with the Raiders. And I just don't know how long he's going to keep that job. Wide receiver, we'll give it to the Raiders, and especially if you include Brock Bowers in that, which we usually do with the wide receivers, kind of tight end side of it.
No,
David Njoku's got a knee injury now all of a sudden again. So you wonder if he's going to play. But even outside of that, like I said, I like Trey Tucker a lot. I do. And then if you add Bowers, you know, Myers, Michael Mayer, sure.
Kobe gone.
Oh, that's right. He is gone. He is. Besh is fine. I think he's getting more now. You know, he got a nice first down in that Cowboys game. But I like Trey Tucker a lot. So I'm fine with that, mostly just because, again, the Browns, Jerry Jeudy's all pissed off. Like, whatever. Running back is a wash. Again, if anything, I'd probably maybe give it to Q.
Right. Exactly.
He leading all rookie rushers in rushing yards.
In what world does it make sense that Quinshon Judkins, remember, who was suspended at the beginning of the year, has
Correct.
more carries than Ashton Genty?
Well, then Pete Carroll comes after the Cowboys game, and his excuse was, well, that was the game plan. Why? Why? Go, I forgot he was on the field. That sounds better than you willingly and plan
Yeah, what do you
to
have,
go
7
into a game and not get
What do
him.
you have, 7 carries?
He
that
had 2
game?
in the first half or something like that. And I get the game got out of hand and they were down by a bunch. How do you willingly admit that you purposefully made the decision not to give Ashton Genty the football? some malpractice right there. So again, wash, maybe even to the Browns.
Right.
Offensive line, I think, is truly a wash.
Both stink.
We're bad. On sacks given up during the season, we're both about 3. I'm talking 2.9. We give up 2.9 sacks per game. They give up 3.1. So, they're 26th and we're 23rd. It's about a wash. Here's where I think it's a little twist. We got some rookies back there. Geno Smith should be better than that about some of the sacks that he takes. But as far as, running the football, we're better at running it. I mean, if you look at the 2 metrics for an offensive line, you talk about sacks and running the ball. Again, maybe a slight edge to the Browns, but if Jack Conklin and Cam Robinson don't play this weekend, boy, that's going to be a long day.
Isn't it just absolutely crazy to think about it? I know it was week 1, but the Vegas Raiders handed the Patriots only one of their 2 losses this season.
Yeah, there's always those. It was game 1 of the season, but still, there's always those. Again, what do I always say? Every NFL season, no matter how bad or how good you are, there's a game you lose, you shouldn't, and there's a game you win, you shouldn't. And I guess maybe that was the game that they won. They probably shouldn't have.
It was in Foxborough, too.
It was. And again, season opener, all the excitement there it was. To the defense, the Raiders' defense is actually mid-pack. They're about 15th, 19th. Passing defense is 19th or 17th in total defense, and about 15th rushes. So they're about middle of the pack, which is not bad. And they've had some stretches here where, they only let the Broncos score 10. In that game. It was a 10-7 loss, but then, 30 to the Jags, 31 to the Chiefs, 40 to the Colts. I mean, this defense overall is not great. Max Crosby is very good. On that secondary, though, this should be one that they should. And I know our receivers aren't all that great. You should be able to pick up some first downs on some of these guys. So, very clearly, again, the Browns have one of the best You watch what they did. Miles didn't win Defensive Player of the Week because the Browns didn't win the game. What a joke. What an absolute joke. But our defense is very good. It's much better than most, including the Raiders. So I will agree on all of that. We'll get to our picks at the end. We'll see how it goes. Instead of picks, parlay time, baby. We got it. There's no other way to do it.
Nope.
And Ryan put a little curveball in this week to try to get it through the upright, if you will. Our parlay with FanDuel. Ride it with us. Comes your way next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
All right, here we go, Ryan. 4-leg parlay presented by our friends at FanDuel. Welcome back, Matt Fontana Show. Always appreciate you joining us on YouTube at Big Play, at Matt Fontana Show on Twitter. It's really simple. Ryan has 2 games. I pick 2 games. We put it on together. Usually there's some nice boost tokens there for you on a Sunday with our friends at FanDuel. Folks, get signed up now. The NBA is off and running. And FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. You still haven't signed up yet? Don't worry, because now is the time to do it. We got the bonus for you. Go to FanDuel.com/bigplay. FanDuel.com/bigplay. For new customers, you sign up, you get $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Place a $5 bet on whatever you want. It could be the longest odds. You could take whatever you want. $5. It wins. When you go to FanDuel.com/bigplay as a new customer, you can get $300 in bonus bets. It's that easy. It's that simple. I love the interface. I love FanDuel. And I'm not going to lie to you, Ryan. I've used a lot of the other books, and I keep coming back to FanDuel. The interface is so easy. Like doing NBA parlays, which I love. You click on the game, same game parlay. Instead of me searching where I'm like, I kind of like Donovan for 20, right? And you got to nope. Boom, 20. And it literally goes 10, 15, 20, 25, just go on down. You want the points. You want an alt spread. Go my way. It's all on FanDuel, man. It's right there. And then the boost tokens. I get a lot of college basketball tokens. I don't know what to do with them because I don't know college basketball, but I got them. Go sign up today with our friends at FanDuel. Must be 20 and over, present in select states, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccp.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8 Hope NY or text Hope NY in New York. Here we go, Ryan. Leg one. We are off.
All right, let's do it. What do we start
Bears
with?
all day here. Chicago 6-2 against the spread their last 8 games. They're 7-1 in their last 8 overall. Here's where Pittsburgh's starting to go. Number one, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is playing in this game. I think you're going to get Mason Rudolph. Pittsburgh has covered just once in their last 7 games on the road. And they're also only 1-5 against the spread their last 6 games against the Bears. Caleb Williams and crew get it done, minus the 2.5. I think it should be more. Grab it while you can. Bears -2. Right.
All right, I'm going over to the Indianapolis Colts.
Woo,
A lot of
you
people,
love those
you're
Colts,
playing
man.
The Chiefs in Arrowhead. Well, listen, it's 2025. It's not the past anymore. Surprisingly enough, fun fact, Patrick Mahomes 0-2 against the Colts in the regular season in his career. One of the only teams in the NFL that he has a losing record against, but I'm not going to put that into my reasoning for taking this. Listen, Kansas City Chiefs defense, not the elite we usually expect under Steve Spagnuolo. The offense should be fine, but listen, the Indianapolis Colts offense is one of, if not the best in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor is a beast. Defense travels. Listen, Kansas City Chiefs can win this one. It's a must-win for them, but the Colts, all they do is need to cover. I'll take the number 1 offense in the NFL to cover plus 3.5. Don't care where it's played. Give me the Colts.
Kansas City 17-1 in their last 18 games at home, but here's for you, Ryan. Colts are 14-5 against the spread their last 19 games against Kansas City. Now, that is very historic.
It's not about winning,
but it's about covering. That's what it is. Great teams cover. That's where it is. All right, I'm going to go to Atlanta to win. Give me the money line on this one. People are like, oh, Michael Penix is out. It might be better off going back to Kirk Cousins. Like, it might really be. The Saints, they're riding with Tyler Shuck. I still think they're a really bad football team. I get because the Saints are at home. I don't think his Penix news is quite the death sentence that some people think. Are the Falcons done? Are they 3-7? Are they out of it? Sure. Are they probably going to get Raheem Morris out of there? Fine. But I don't think it's such a big deal. They're going back to Kirk Cousins. Atlanta's on a 5-game losing streak. They've only covered 5 out of their last 15 games against New Orleans. I buck those trends here. Give me the Falcons to win here.
All right, Matt, you mentioned it. We need to see one go through before the season is
This
over.
is the change.
So the Detroit Lions, I took a nice alternative spread. Detroit Lions, I'm going minus 6.5. They just got to win by a touchdown and an extra point. Detroit Lions, Ford Field, they're going to score 30 plus. You know that whenever they play home. They're good and mad coming off that loss against Philadelphia. New York Giants, the only thing that concerns me is if Jameis Winston starts again, you get one of those crazy Jameis Winston legacy games where he puts up 40 points and covers. But that's why I bought it down to 6.5 so we can see one go through the hoop, Matt.
Detroit's only covered 1 of their last 6 games against the Giants because a lot of usually big numbers on that. For the Giants, though, they're on a 10-game road losing streak. So take that for what it is. I like it. What do we got on the alts?
All right, we threw in a little
lower,
bit of a
but
money
that's
line
fine.
and an alt spread that might be the key to getting this to go.
We got it all. We got a road dog. We're taking that. We got a road money line. We're in. We're in. Got a home favorite. There it is. Get signed up today with our friends at FanDuel, FanDuel.com/big play. Want to touch on the Cavs. There's also something brewing out of Columbus with the Buckeyes. I want to touch on that. We'll get to all of it coming up. Stay with us. Fontana Show. I'm going to take a great line from a good friend of mine, Danny Cunningham. Danny, a friend of show. He's been in with us. He writes for Locked On Cavs. Not writes. I mean, he writes on his Substack, but you go check him out on Locked On Cavs. And here's the line. If you don't care about the regular season, don't complain about the regular season. It's Matt Fontana Show here on Big Play, presented by FanDuel. He's Ryan Tyler. I'm Matt Fontana. Listen, did I want to be able to beat the Rockets? Sure. Are the Rockets freakish? Yes. They have, I got this from Wendy, Ryan. The Rockets' starting 5 is the tallest starting 5 in NBA history.
They got what? One dude under 6'10"?
Yeah, and it's Amen Thompson, who's 6'7" at point guard.
He's so big. I was watching him last night, man.
Oh, he's insane.
He looks like a monster.
He's insane. Durant's about 7 feet tall. Sengun's about 7 feet tall. Jabari Smith's about 7 feet tall. And then all Steven Adams does is go in there and I know whatever. He's a physical guy, throwing bows and getting offensive rebounds. That guy plays 20. Again, I'm stealing this from Wendy. By the way, shout out to Brian Winters. Co-host, NBA Countdown. Let's go.
Nice.
I love Wendy. I've met a lot of people doing this. One of the most genuinely nice people I've ever met is Brian Winters. He's the best. Wendy had this. Steven Adams plays 20 minutes. He gets 5 offensive rebounds a game.
Can we box out for the love of God?
Something. I don't know. There was one that Jared Allen came out to defend Durant. I was like, oh no. And he got the steal. He got it off his foot. It went out of bounds.
No, that reminded me of like Love on Curry, the stop.
Yeah, you're like, oh, and you're like, yeah, you're right. You see it setting up, and you're like, this isn't gonna go well, and somehow it does. Listen, the Cavs are just injured, right? Like they're still missing Garland. He's gonna come back soon. I'm gonna just take the line from Danny. I don't care about the regular season. I don't, especially now. Like, after the first of the year, you want to talk about some things with the Cavs. Cavs are just fine. I love some of the rotation pieces that they're starting to get in there. Everybody else, Naquan Tomlin in there getting a little rough. Like, I like where it is. Who would have thought that missing Sam Merrill has actually been a huge key to this team? And I think you did really miss him, Wednesday night. The other thing I want to talk about with the NBA, this player participation policy, I almost said trophy. For those who don't know, the Cavs got fined $100,000 because they sat Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley because they were deemed healthy and they're an all-star and they didn't play in the game.
Which game was that again?
The game we lost in Miami. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was a game we won in Miami because they played and lost, and then we sat them and we won the game.
Yeah.
What are we doing? The NBA adds more games for this stupid NBA Cup. They have guys playing back-to-backs left and right, 3 games in 5 days, and you have teams looking out for the best of their players so that way they're healthy G in the playoffs when you really need your TV ratings. You don't want to know what? You want to know the solution to this? Don't send Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley to the All-Star game. How about that? Because that's where you get in trouble. If they're an all-star, I think, or all NBA, don't vote for them for that. Actually, you want to know what? We're going to start a campaign here on the show. Don't send any Cavaliers to the All-Star game so that way we don't get fined for this stupid participation thing. It's annoying. It's Dan Gilbert's money. It's not my money. And he cuts it. He doesn't care. But it's so broken. It's so bad. Quick on the Buckeyes. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. Injured. Do not play them against Rutgers. Rutgers is a glorified MAC school. Come on now. There's some scuttlebutt something's up with Carnell Tate. And I don't know what it is. Like, we might have to get Bobby and Schlegel on this. And I'm sure they talk about it a lot, but, like, are you worried about that? I know you're a Buckeye fan, but there's already people, like, looking ahead to the Michigan game. I feel bad that I'm supremely confident that we are going to wipe the floor with Michigan next week. So bad. But sit him out. I don't even play against Rutgers. There are people like, oh, you could sit him against Michigan. They're not going to sit him against Michigan. Could you imagine Ryan Day if he sat Jeremiah Smith and they lost?
Yeah,
He
wow.
ain't coaching anymore.
Hey, if you're Julian saying there's your Heisman moment. If you beat Michigan without
well,
Jeremiah
and especially if
Smith,
Jeremiah Smith misses a game or two. Yeah, Julian Sain's right there. But I just thought it was interesting on that how that goes for Columbus. Sit him against Rutgers, get him ready to go for Michigan. That's all I need. All I need. Can we go 2 in a row? Mm-hmm. 2 in a row on the grid. We got it last week. Let's see what we got. Immaculate Grid comes your way next. All right, here we go. We got it last week. Can we go 2 in a row? And I remember I said the grid. We should have won that freaking game last week, the Browns. It's 2 weeks in a row. Really should have won.
They don't want to win.
I know. But when we get the Immaculate Grid, I feel like that helps us with the parlay and helps us with the start. We want Shedeur to get his first win. Ryan, it's on us. Got to hit it. Oh, there's the Raiders. All right.
Only one team.
All right, let's just Josh Allen. Would you take Kyler Murray in Cleveland next year?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
I'm cool on that.
No, we're good on that. And then, obviously, Brock Bowers. Okay. All right.
Where do we want to start? Lions?
Lions,
Bills.
Lions, Bills.
Is that okay? Frank Gore ever play for Lions?
No, Adrian Peterson did.
I know Adrian Peterson.
So Adrian Peterson
actually,
Adrian Peterson works. Yes, he works Lions
he
cards.
does.
He does. Yes, he does work there. There's something stinking to me about the Raiders Lions.
Yeah.
Oh man. And it's a receiver. It's not like it's not Calvin Johnson. Like Randy Moss played with the Raiders, but he never played with the Lions. There's something. It's not Jordy Nelson. There's something just screaming to me. It's not Khalif Raymond. We might have to come back to that one, but we'll hold on to that. Yeah. Okay. Bills, Lions. It's like you said. It's not Frank Gore. I do feel like a running back there, though. All right. Let's start quarterbacks here. It's obviously it's not. Here's the problem. Stafford was there for so long, so it'd be a bunch of backups. Tim Boyle. Obviously, Goff doesn't work for any of those.
Did EJ Manuel ever go anywhere?
Oh, good pull. I don't know enough. That's a really good pull.
All right.
Lions, I was thinking like Joey Harrington, but I don't. It's not Matt Milano. It's not. Jordan Poyer never played for either one of those other teams, I don't think.
We'll go to Texans.
Okay, Texans, quarterbacks, Matt Schaub, Tyrod Taylor. He's got a... didn't we screw up with him? I feel very much so that Tyrod Taylor works for Houston and the Cardinals. Does he?
Well, Texans, Cardinals, we can do DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, we can. You're right. Good call. I think Tyrod works there. I know for a fact he played in Buffalo. And did he not play for Houston? Or is that where I screw up? Is that where I screwed up thinking?
No, I think last time you screwed up thinking he played for the Saints.
Right. And I think I'll rip him there. I think that works there.
You lose on Tyrod twice.
Well, go ahead. Okay, we're fine.
Why is he so zoomed in?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, Raiders, Texans, something else is screaming to me.
I want to
as
say
well.
Josh McCown there, but I don't know for sure. I know I don't know.
Am I tripping or did Andy Dalton play for the Raiders? I don't know.
Does Fitzpatrick work in one of these? He played in Buffalo. I don't remember if he ever played for the Lions, though. Arian Foster never played for the Raiders. Maurice Jones-Drew. I don't think he ever went to either one of those other spots.
No, Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks.
Andre Johnson.
I don't know if he went to the Raiders.
He finished his career somewhere, but I can't remember where.
Kicker?
Kai Fairbairn. I know he's with Houston now. I don't want to go to kicker already. That's so hard. Man, the Raiders always give us such trouble here. Well, think about... Oh, man.
Who did I get Lions Bills?
What's that?
Lions Bills. Like,
Yeah. I mean... I don't like Joey Harrington there. I don't know why. I don't like it, but for some reason it's sticking to my craw. Shady McCoy never played in in Detroit, did he? I know he played in Buffalo.
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean,
Where did Kerryon Johnson go?
oh, that's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Kenny Golladay never went there. Marvin Jones, I don't think played for any of these other teams. Like
Are you sure you played for the Raiders?
Marvin Jones.
Are you sure?
I mean, I don't think so.
I know he was in Cincinnati. I want it to sound good for the Raiders. I do.
I really don't think he did.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I mean, this is tough.
I know.
Long neck Brock Bowers.
Long neck Mike Glennon. I don't think he played at any of those other spots.
Tim Boyle.
I mean, Marcus Mariota,
I don't remember him on
Ted
the Lions.
Bridgewater.
He played on the Lions.
I know he played in the Lions.
Did he play on the Raiders?
I don't think so.
All right, we got to rip.
Does Ted Bridgewater work for the Bills? Am I misremembering that? I think I am.
Yeah, I think
Mitch
you are.
Trubisky? No.
What are we missing, man?
I don't.
Did O.J. Simpson ever go anywhere?
No, he only played for the Bills.
Like Doug Martin, did he ever play?
R.I.P. No, I think he was just the Raiders and the Bucks. I think.
Like, jeez.
I mean, we could go to Josh Johnson for one of them.
Yeah.
You could rip Josh Johnson for one of them and at least
Bills.
see. That, sure. Yeah.
What are we missing?
Scroll on down.
Stephon Diggs. Okay, we could have got
Amir Abdullah. That's
like that being the most common.
and I had no idea Matt Schaub ever
I
played for the
didn't either.
Raiders.
That was a tough one.
That's a
man.
really tough one.
Can't win them
That's
all.
a real.
Just
No,
like
we
the
can't.
Browns.
Can the Browns just win one? Just one for Shedeur. Our game picks are next. All right, welcome back. So appreciate everybody joining us this week on the show. Friday, 7 o'clock on the Big Play social channels on YouTube. And then, of course, 4 o'clock on Fridays on The Rock, presented by our great friends at FanDuel. It is that time, our Browns picks for the weekend. Browns, Raiders. Browns win 24-17. Let's go.
Wow.
Get a win for the kid. Come on.
I want to pick them
Get
to
a win
win
for the
so
kid.
bad, but everything about it, the fact that it's a road game, the fact that it's West Coast.
I think that helps.
Okay.
His dad's going to be there. Just one.
All right, you know what?
Here's my pick.
You know what?
Pick six. Pick six.
I don't want Shedeur to throw a pick six.
No. The Browns are
know.
getting a pick six in this
I'll go
game.
Browns 21, Raiders 17.
Let's go. Come on. Get it for the kid, man.
You
Get it for the kid. Quinshon Judkins scores a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy scores a touchdown. And a field goal. I'm going to go defensive pick six, Jerry Jeudy anytime score, Quinshon Judkins anytime score, Schmidt field goal, and you lock it down and get a win for Shedeur. Come on. The Raiders aren't good. They're not a good football team. And I think they're starting to spiral now, too. Go in there and steal one, man. Go in there and sack Geno Smith 4 times. Let's get it. Browns get the win. Let's go. All right. Great weekend. Dude, we got Thanksgiving. We got Buckeyes, Michigan next week. So I'm looking forward to that. And as always, really appreciate everybody that joins our show. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.